Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadows Within. I am your host, Larry. Hope everybody is having a great day. Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. And we have a few shows to go over here in the eFed world, and we are going to start off with TPEW. To kick off the show, it was a Falls Count Anywhere matchup between the KO champion Eddie Walker against Carter, non-title. Carter made his debut at the TPW pay-per-view Carn Evil. If you missed that, go check that out. It was a spectacular event from start to finish. And he called out Eddie Walker after he defeated him in the KO matchup for his debut. And this time around, he made it a Falls Count Anywhere, which was declared by Carter when he made the challenge, and Carter won. They are 1-1 in their saga that shall continue. Next up is a 6-man tag team matchup with a debut of Odin Yosef, the Headhunter, versus Angelo Valentine, Big Evil, and Madison Campbell, Madman, versus the Bolsheviks, Yuri, Dmitry, and Nikolai, in a crazy 6-man tag team matchup that could have gone either way, but the Bolsheviks won, defeating those 3 security men. By the way, they were hired for security for Eddie's sister Wolfie, because they have a clown running around called Dr. Gigathorpe, which is a member of Evil Clowns. What they are around for and what they are up to is unknown, but hopefully we'll all find out in due time. And Dr. Gigathorpe was actually here this night, taking on the returning Wolfen with Dr. Gigathorpe. Wolfen has been away for some time, and last time we saw him, he was kicking ass and taking names. And he shall continue to do so as he comes back, getting back to the feel of it. Was a little rusty, but still put up a hell of a fight. Next up, members of the Nerd Squad, Urkel and Waldo, also known as the Geek Seekers, took on DSB and AJ that were took together by Captain Slapnuts. And both teams did impressive together, teaming, showing their agility and ability to work with one another. But the Geek Seekers walked away victorious. Next up in a triple threat matchup, it was Extreme Rules as the Pharaoh made his debut against BPW and Cherokee Devil in a triple threat confrontation as the Pharaoh walked away victorious. Hell of a performance by Pharaoh. Katie and El Kane, Golden Glory, took on the Covenant, Lucian and Laconis. And Golden Glory took away the victory. That was a spectacular tag team matchup. One of the longest matches of the night. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Felix Nash versus Data Boy. With Data Boy making his debut at the PLE. Oh my gosh. Felix Nash, who's been going under a mean hot streak as of late. Not the same Ernest as we once knew and loved. He is no longer Ernest. He is Felix Nash. And Data Boy won in quick fashion. And nobody's heard from Felix Nash since. Next up is a Champions Triple Threat matchup. It was between Nixon, J-Max, and Chin Pao in a tables matchup, with the U.S. champion J-Max walking away victorious. In the cap us all off, it was a main event first blood matchup. The matchup was made by the world champion Zack, and the man that accepted was Savage, tag team partner of the Pharaoh. And Savage won, making Zack bleed first. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are going to go over the WCCW Bloodbath 98. Now, it was Malika Killings with Primetime JoJo versus Dynamite Daisy, the champion, with Dimebag Dan on her side, and Daisy was the WCCW Light Heavyweight Champion, and it was for the Light Heavyweight Championship, and Malika Killings became the new WCCW light heavyweight champion for the women's side. Next up was Severus Crowley versus Lil Shock the Caesar, with Lil Shock the Caesar walking away victorious. Mad King took on Jay Smoke. Jay Smoke had Club Elite at his side, and he was the current WCCW light heavyweight champion for the men's side of things, and Mad King won. It was non-title. Todd Wilson versus Eric Knight, the All-American men's champion, non-title. Todd Wilson walked out. Eric Knight walked out victorious. Lambrini Red with Jay Stone took on Dead Zone Red, with Lambrini Red walking away victorious. Travis Turner took on the Pitbull Marshall Graves, the King of the Ring champion, with Pitbull Marshall Graves walking away victorious. Jay Stone was the special guest referee for the WCCW Undisputed National Championship, which is held by Damian Briggs as they took on Dimebag Dan and the WCCW Hardcore Champion Unholy Sicko, with Unholy Sicko becoming the new WCCW Undisputed National Champion. It was a crazy night from start to finish. Also, Desmo took on Lady Scarlet, the 6th Women's World Champion, in a title match, with Jess Desmo becoming the new champion. It was a great show from start to finish. If y'all missed it, go check it out. Y'all won't be disappointed. IPW House Show Part 2. It was MXG versus Tyson Storm, with the returning Tyson Storm taking out MXG. Next up was a fatal 4-way matchup between King Art, Shinjo, Will McCain, and Bullet, with King Art walking out victorious. Next up, Malika Killings versus Brick Graves, with Malika Killings walking out victorious. Evil Johnny versus SJG, with SJG walking out victorious. Benjamin Ritchie and Brittany Blanchard versus Buster Anderson and Reagan Anderson in a mixed tag team matchup, with Benjamin and Brittany walking out victorious. Taylor Griffin versus AJ, with AJ walking out victorious. Pat G versus Damian Briggs versus Big Lou, with Big Lou coming away victorious. And for the BMF Championship, it was the champion AJ Woods against the contender Ivy Lowe, with AJ Woods retaining. And the cap off the night, it was Kaiba Frost versus Adrian Blackwell, with Kaiba Frost walking away victorious. And now the IZW Hollow Wicked pay-per-view. And it was the cap off the show was a IZW Crossfire International Championship Fatal 5-Way being defended by the champion John Robb against Black Force, Quinn J. Stone, Red Mane, and Aiden Williams, with John Robb retaining the championship. Big Lou versus Lewis West, with Big Lou walking away victorious. The IZW Women's Tag Team Championships, the Sisters of Decay, Violet Grimm and Kendra Grimm versus Violence Incarnate, the champions Riley and Jessica Troy, with Violence Incarnate retaining the championships. Next up, Extreme Rules, Akane Fashawn versus Insidious as his retirement tour continues, and Insidious walking away victorious. IZW Women's Bloodlust Championship, Evil Gwen versus Brick Graves versus the champion Angel Bryant, with Angel Bryant retaining the championship. IZW Deathcore Championship, Bullet versus the champion Harnage, with a 2 out of 3 glass shattered match, with Bullet walking out victorious. Next up, a triple threat elimination matchup between JoJo, Damian Briggs, and Big T, with Damian Briggs walking out victorious. Welcome, Jill Mazza. Hope you are well. Crossfire Women's Championship Battle Royal with these 8 ladies: Amaya Bryant, Artemis, Taylor Griffin, Kaiva Frost, Tiffany Colt, Tempest Fraga, Rose Wilson, and Becca Edwards. All ladies gave it their all, but in the end, Taylor Griffin became the new champion. Next up, submission, Craig Mack versus AJ Woods, with Craig Mack tapping out AJ Woods. 2 out of 3 tables, Aaron James versus Nomad, with Aaron James walking out victorious. The Crossfire Tag Team Championships Tornado Tag Match. Yosef Sokolov and Andre Blackbear versus KD and Combat Genius versus George King and Rick King, with the Kings retaining. Triple Threat Elimination, Rob Anderson versus CJ Frost versus Eddie Walker, with Eddie Walker walking away victorious. 2 out of 3 Extreme Rules, Damian Graves versus Alexander Colt, with Damian Graves walking out victorious. And the cap off the night was for the Crossfire Universal Championship, 2 out of 3. Jack Graves versus the champion Buster Anderson, with Jack Graves walking out the new champion. Some great shows that went on. If you missed them, go check them out. Stay tuned for Christine's Chaos on the 31st. Stay tuned for Nightmare on Bourbon Street on November 31st and November 1st, brought to you by AJ Woods. And yeah, also stay tuned for the house show tomorrow for IWA, and stay tuned for the return of Carnage TV this week. It's a stacked week in time in the EFED world, and I hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be, and peace out.